Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Hempel and I will be presenting on the biology of the organisms. So this is the intro to the case. On the right is Robert Kern, and he is the suspect accused of raping and murdering his girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter in 2018. She was supposed to go to school and she missed the bus, so he drove her to school, but he actually drove an hour outside of the town and raped and killed her in a remote woodland. So some trees and grapes around the body that Dr. Hardy found was muscadine grapevines, southern live oaks, and sand live oaks. And so I'm just going to go through like what they each are. So muscadine grapevines have male and female variety that is needed to make the actual grapes and provide great shelter for food and food for birds and animals. And according to the University of Florida, the muscadine grape and the genus name is Vitis rotundifolia, and it was the first native grape species known to be cultivated in North America. Next, I'm going to be talking about sand live oak trees, and these are the most common oak trees along trails in flatwoods, and they're often as broad as they are tall, and as they grow, their trunks will usually arc. And they grow in clusters, and their leaves are typically 1.5 to 2.5 inches long, as you can see in the top picture. They thrive in well-drained sandy soil, and they love shade, which is why they were found near the wooded area of the body. And the genus name is Cursus germinate, and as you can see in the bottom picture, it kind of branches out like an oak tree, and they're typically very large. The next one that they found is southern live oak trees, and these have thicker trunks, as you can see in the bottom picture, and they typically grow larger and taller than the sand oaks, and they have crowns that are much broader. These leaves are typically 5 inches in length and are much narrower than the sand oaks, and they thrive in warmer climates due to their inability to survive freezing temperatures, which is why they're mostly found in the south. Both sand live oaks and southern live oaks can both withstand fires, hurricanes, and tornadoes. And there was a story about this lady in Florida who had a hurricane, and she had all of those trees, and she didn't have to replace her roof, but the neighbors around her all took their oak trees down, and they all had to replace their their roofs. So they're very good at withstanding fires, hurricanes, and tornadoes. And then the genus name is Cursus virginiana. And then lastly, the process involved in the case. Olivia will go into more detail about the forensic application next, but in the photos of the victim's body, Dr. Hardy found both oaks and muscadine grapes near her body, and the muscadine grapes were within inches of her body. And then Kern had trees and oaks and grapes in his trunk, and that's kind of how they found where she was located and how that tied in with Kern. And so the muscadine grapes that were found in his trunk were intact dry leaves that had not fallen apart yet, meaning that they had been there only weeks, not months. And so that's kind of what tied Kern into the murder. And then Hardy pointed out at the morgue that there was sand oak leaves on her body, and that was also found in Kern's vehicle. So he used this forensic evidence of the biology of the trees and the grapes to figure out if Kern was the suspect or not. And here's my references. Thank you.